1910 short story August Heat by W.F. Harvey follows a chilling narrative about a man named James Withenscroft who sketches a criminal he has never seen, only to later encounter that exact man the same day, a stonemason by the name of Charles Atkinson, carving a tombstone with Withenscroft's name and impending death as today's date. What makes the story sinister is not the anticipation of whether Withenscroft will die, as Harvey makes it clear that our protagonist is to meet his dire fate sooner or later. The horror here derives from the realization that he will die, and there's nothing he nor the audience can do to prevent it. Harvey's writing emulates a subtler kind of horror, one that creeps on you and strikes before you have the chance to take action. In this short story, W.F. Harvey employs the August heat as both a physical setting and as a metaphorical representation of predestination, along with suspenseful rhetorical elements such as foreshadowing and ordinary circumstances to subtly convey the inevitability of fate. This video further investigates how each of these elements work to trap Withenscroft and us in this inescapable narrative. The intense heat that is constantly mentioned throughout the story expands into being more than a mere backdrop for the setting. It manifests into a symbol of fate that the characters face, weighing them down and unconsciously driving their actions. From the get-go, Withenscroft feels irritated about the weather, and it becomes the only thing of which he is fully conscious of. This statement is ironic because although the heat has overtaken his conscious mind, it unconsciously steers his actions, inclining him to draw and driving him outdoors. As Withenscroft walks through the sweltering streets, he experiences physical discomfort trying to endure the heat. This is a reflection of the psychological trap he is falling into. Just as he cannot escape the heat, he also cannot defend himself against the invisible force pulling him toward his fate. By implying that both are penetrating, inescapable, and out of human control, Harvey is able to connect heat to predestination, reaffirming the idea that some forces are too powerful to resist. In addition to the setting, Harvey employs the use of foreshadowing to hint at death's inevitable arrival. The beginning scene, where Withenscroft is compelled to sketch an unknown criminal, sets the stage for his impending demise. The suddenness and intensity at which he draws prompts the audience to question his rashness and hypothesize about the importance of his sketch. Withenscroft later encounters a man who looks identical to the one in his drawing, who happens to be carving a tombstone with Withenscroft's name, birth date, and supposed death date as today's date. The scene cues the audience to link the two strangers together, the victim and his alleged murderer, establishing dramatic irony. Harvey explicitly leaves out the details of Withenscroft's death, leaving it up to the audience for interpretation. Knowing that Withenscroft's fate ends with him dying and there's nothing that can be done to stop it once again depicts the inevitability of fate. Harvey builds upon the horror that has been inflicted through the convergence of ordinary circumstances with the extraordinary phenomenon of fate, destabilizing reality as the mundane turns into something sinister. Withenscroft's day starts out normally. He says, "I breakfasted this morning at 9, and after glancing through the morning paper, I lighted my pipe." His routine is not suspicious in any way, prompting the thought that nothing could go wrong. However, a normal day with normal activities, drawing, taking a walk, meeting a stonemason, all become vehicles for something alarming. These ordinary events intertwine with fate, unknowingly leading him closer and closer to his alleged murderer. The ordinary becomes the medium through which fate operates. Every choice, no matter how innocent or mundane, leads to the same end. Even seemingly free choices are revealed to be a part of fate's design, creating the illusion of free will. The August heat in this story is more than a mere setting. It becomes a catalyst for a web of coincidences that Withenscroft falls into, ultimately leading to his demise. The heat unconsciously controls him, mirroring fate itself, a concept that does not depend on human will. Through climatic narration, foreshadowing, and ordinary circumstances, August Heat focuses on the idea of fate's inevitability, as depicted through the succession of coincidences that follow our narrator James Withenscroft. W.F. Harvey conveys his horror subtly, leaving his audience in anticipation as fate narrows in on our protagonist.